The Blair Witch is a sequel to the 1999 The Blair Witch Project. Hey there guys, how are you? So when I say this is a sequel to the original 1999 movie, what I mean to say is, this is essentially just a reboot of that 1999 movie for people who haven't seen it yet. And speaking of scary things, this review is brought to you by Horror Pack. Do you guys like to watch scary movies on Blu-ray or DVD? Why not get new ones every month sent to you? If you guys like to watch horror films on Blu-ray or DVD, sign up at Horror Pack through my special link down below in the description box, my very creepy special dark link down below. Don't get scared now. Anyway, if you guys sign up through that special link, you guys save $3 off your first month with Horror Pack, and once a month they'll send you a box full of horror films on Blu-ray or DVD. So what is the Blair Witch all about? A group of people go out into the woods, the camera shakes like this for an hour and a half, and yeah, that's sort of kind of what happens, but in all seriousness, this movie features a character named James, who is the younger brother of one of the characters from the previous Blair Witch movie, who is now grown up and he's looking for his long-lost sister who vanished out in the woods in 1999. Now this new Blair Witch sequel, or reboot, as I like to call it, takes place in 2014, and James is just now finally looking for his sister. 15 years later, he magically thinks she's still alive out in the woods somewhere. That's what leads the group of people into the woods. Now, much like the original Blair Witch, this new Blair Witch movie is a POV found footage style of film. And when it comes to filmmaking, or the genre of found footage films, this is my least favorite genre, and here's why. The motto behind making these movies are, let's spend the least amount of money possible, shake the camera as much as we possibly can, that way we can avoid any real cinematography or actually doing anything throughout the movie. If we don't know what to do, or we don't know what to show, just shake the camera. For me, these movies are never a quality cinematic experience. They're a nauseating time with the least amount of effort possible put into them. Now, I was never a huge fan of the original 1999 Blair Witch movie, but at least it had hype and originality. So here's my point. Anyone with a smidgen of talent and a camcorder can make a found footage movie. Yeah, here's what you do. Watch this. Now, like I said before, this new Blair Witch movie is nearly a duplicate of the first movie. The only real differences are this time they upgraded their cameras and had a different reason for going out in the woods. Except this time around, there's no real hype surrounding this movie. There's not people going into this theater actually thinking this is a real found footage movie like they were back in 1999. And when you take away those things, you really do see the lack of substance in this movie. Now let's talk about the characters in the film. They all feel very one-dimensional and they lack humanity and common sense. I wasn't expecting anyone to live in this movie because they are all so stupid I don't even understand how they got in a car to drive to walk into the woods. I'm surprised they got that far. Now when it comes to horror films, you need someone to root for. You want that one person to survive all these crazy, tragic events. You don't want to see their heads get chopped off. But in this movie, you just want everyone to die as quickly as possible in the most brutal fashion. Or at least I did. Now with all those negatives behind us, I do have some positives to mention. I really enjoyed the last 15 minutes of this movie. It was very suspenseful, the location of everything changed, and I really enjoyed that. I wanted more of that. Had this movie interjected more of what happened in the last 15 minutes throughout the entire movie, it probably would have been a more suspenseful, scary movie. And just on a quick side note, there's an element in this movie that reminds me of another movie. So essentially in the Blair Witch, if you look at the witch, she can kill you. Now there's a movie called Darkness Falls that came out in the mid-2000s. It's where the Tooth Fairy kills people. Yeah, it's not the best movie ever, but yeah, essentially kind of the same thing. You can't look at them. This movie doesn't do anything new that you haven't seen in other found footage movies. And when I was watching the movie, I was really hoping that they twist something, implement something new into this genre that I haven't seen before. But nope, it's pretty much the standard found footage style formula of a movie. I'm going to give the Blair Witch a D+. I really don't think I could ever watch this movie again. For me, found footage films just lack rewatchability. I love horror films. I love Halloween. I love Nightmare on Elm Street. I love watching those movies because they're quality cinematic experiences. Alright guys, so that's my take on Blair Witch. Now here's my question to you, and let me know down below, what's your favorite found footage movie of all time? Or do you guys even like found footage movies? Yeah, let me know all that down below. And by the way, if you didn't know already, I have a brand new weekly podcast. It's all about movies. We talk about random topics, weird things, and we answer viewer questions. It's called Flick Crazy. It's my new podcast. It's right here on my channel. If you guys want to check out the latest episode, I'll put the link down below in the description box. Please check it out. It's a good time. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.